yogis, my name is Sky, and today I'm going to be trying holotropic breathwork. I am somebody who loves breathwork, and I have heard so much about holotropic breathwork specifically, but I have never tried it before. I'm going to be getting just a sample of this type of breathing technique because normally it takes a whole 12-hour workshop to actually learn this. We are just going to do a 1-hour session today so I can get a little taste of this. I'm meeting with Michael Stone, who is a certified facilitator of holotropic breathwork. He actually trained with Stan Grof, who developed this technique in the 1970s. It is supposed to have some pretty powerful effects. I really don't know what to expect. I'm just going into this with an open mind and ready to learn. I'm going to ask Michael Stone more about what's actually happening during holotropic breathwork, and then I'm going to experience it for myself.
Holotropic breathwork is based on the fundamental principle that we have all of the answers inside of us. Holotropic breathwork was developed by Dr. Stan Grof in the 70s using breath and music to allow participants to have their ego conscious mind die down so you can have direct access to this kind of inner wisdom, inner guidance that everybody has, but normally that we have very little access to. True holotropic breathwork is always in this 12-hour structure with 3-hour breathing sessions. What we're going to do today with Sky is a modality that I developed, which is a shortened version of this 3-hour breathing session that is done in holotropic breathwork. I call it neurodynamic breathwork. The purpose of it is to be able to allow people to experience the benefits of the breathwork, but in a more accessible way where they can do it either in person or I also do these sessions online. So there's the two roles that you play during a holotropic breathwork workshop. So the first is the role of the breather. The sitter, on the other hand, their job is to basically sit beside them, hold space for them, take care of them. And for many people, it's really the first time that they've ever been in one place for 3 hours and just been present for another human being. We start people out with a certain technique so they can get the maximum amount of oxygen into their system so certain physiological changes happen. But after that, the instruction is follow your inner guidance, even on the breathing technique. So everybody's breathing technique looks a little bit different and it's all individual. The participants are encouraged to move around if they feel like they want to move around, to make sounds if their body wants to make sounds, release emotions if the emotions come up. Really just allow and surrender to whatever wants to come up from their inner being and be recognized, and just welcome it, recognize it, and release it.
I'm ready.
Ready to go?
Show me the way.
No, you're going to show yourself the way.
Okay.
So I'm just going to be here in case you need support.
Great,
So,
you're my guide
exactly.
on this journey that I'm about to embark on. What is going to happen?
I'll give you a few minutes of just breathing instructions to get you going. We're going to start laying down, but during the process, if you get an inclination to either sit up or roll around or move, just go with your body inclination. So it's really just a surrender and a let go. It's a very feminine modality actually, because it's not like this thing where you're pushing through something.
Need more feminine energy. I grew up with all brothers, so you got a lot of masculine energy, so hopefully this will be helpful.
Well, today you're going to access your inner feminine.
Good. Mask on.
Okay, so just relaxing and just bringing your attention inside. Just letting go of what happened earlier today and just bringing yourself into the present moment.
The session started with Michael taking me through a technique to get the mind and body as relaxed as possible.
Just look inside and see what sound wants to come out of your body right in this moment, and just let it come and be as big as it wants to be. Just let it come. And putting all of your attention, all of your focus on the breath.
Then he began guiding me through the breathing technique.
Taking full, deep breaths, deeply filling your lungs each time.
It was a gentle open mouth breath that starts with very deep inhales and exhales, and then progresses to faster, deeper breathing.
Breathing faster and deeper, faster and deeper. Staying with the breath, staying with the breath.
He told me to stay with the technique for the first 10 minutes or so and then let my inner guidance take over and follow whatever felt right to me. Very quickly, I started experiencing emotion and physical sensations. It started with uncontrollable laughter. The laughter felt like it was boiling up from deep inside of me. and I could feel it on a very physical and sensory level. After about 10 minutes, my hands became very tingly. The amount of energy in my hands was overwhelming to the point where I could not control them. They were frozen numb for a long time. As I continued with the breathing, my hands began to release and started moving more fluidly. Following Michael's instructions of allowing myself to do whatever felt right, I let my hands do as they wished. At one point, I raised them up with my palms wide open and felt so much energy surrounding me. Then I became overwhelmed by emotion to the point where I felt like I could cry. I didn't feel the need to start bawling my eyes out or anything, but I was swelling up with so much emotion that I felt like a balloon about to pop. I didn't feel any one emotion in particular, but more like all emotions merged into one. My balloon of combined emotions slowly morphed into a very clear feeling of overwhelming gratitude for life. My heart space felt wide open, and I felt incredibly joyful and grateful. Basking in this beautiful feeling, I was then carried into a trance-like state for the remainder of the session. I was not asleep, but very much alert. My mind dissolved and I felt almost as if I were dreaming, yet there was nothing to think about. I felt as if I were dreaming about empty space. As the session closed out, I felt myself slowly coming back to reality.
Just gently bringing your breath back to a normal rhythm. Just staying in your space. And you can either stay like that a few more minutes, or just when it feels right, you can take your eye mask off. So how do you feel?
What the hell? Oh my gosh, that was crazy. I feel so peaceful right now. I had like overwhelming gratitude at one point and it was so emotional. It always blows my mind that we can access such powerful feeling mentally and physically just through breathing. At one point I like floated somewhere else that now I'm just coming back from.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks. The laughter, it was uncontrollable, like erupting from me. It's really fun kind of to just laugh with freedom. Because we maybe don't do that so often in our lives.
No, we don't do anything with freedom in our lives. We always suppress partially. Obviously, we're meant to have these experiences, or we wouldn't be able to have them just through breath. In the same way that you do like physical exercise, you know, this is more like exercise for your psyche and for your inner being. I'm
continuously surprised and blown away by the power of this type of work, by breathing techniques, yoga, diving into these types of modalities. To me is so fascinating because we do hold so much power inside of us we don't even know.
Right.
So thank you for sharing that with the world, and this was truly a gift today, so thank you so much.
Thank you for going for it.
Wow, that experience was crazy. I am so blown away by everything that I felt. I feel kind of like I could just melt down into a puddle on the floor, but I'm very, very peaceful at the moment and feeling very, very grateful and present. If you would like to learn about holotropic breathwork, I will put a link in the description to Michael's websites where he does both the in-person training as well as online training. If you use the code in the description, you will get a free online session from Michael as a gift to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it around. Make sure you subscribe to Yoga Journal if you haven't already and hit the bell button so you will be notified whenever we post a new video. I will say to you, the light in me honors and respects the light within you. Namaste, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.